All right, everybody. So on this session, this is part 9, session 2, part 9, on structuring your note business. We'll talk about what entities that you need to put in place to protect yourself, okay? You need to use entities in your note business. Here's the biggest thing. You're not going to, don't buy it with your own name. Don't do a DBA. Scott Carson doing BAs, we close notes. No, 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 no. You're going to want an LLC at least. Yes, you can use trusts, but LLCs, S Corps, those are the primary classifications that you're going to be using, so primarily LLCs, okay? I'm not a fan of keeping more than 1 million in assets and values in a single entity, all right? Yeah, I know in some parts of the country it's expensive. Yes, California wants their pound of flesh and $800 per entity every year. I get that. I don't have 100 LLCs with 100 notes, okay? Like I said, I have some special purpose LLCs. I have one for my note business. Somebody's going to ask me the question, well, I have an LLC for my fix and flip business. Can I use that? Yeah, you can use that initially, but what you're going to want to do is eventually add a second or third entity to keep your real estate, your fix and flips, separate from your long-term holds. You're going to keep your notes separate from your joint venture deals. You don't want to be crossing things over. So we have several LLCs that we use for a variety of things, okay? Maybe if investors can invest at least $250,000 with it, you probably want to put them in their own separate entity. Okay. But like I said, if you're in rental properties, you want to probably keep some of those separate than your fix and flips. All right. Individual assets, I would say assets that are worth more than $250 or more, probably put it in its own LLC. Okay. If you're going to be doing marketing and educational stuff or some sort, have that in a separate LLC. You may want to even have a management company. Here's the thing. I encourage you all to check out Laughlin and Associates, laughlinusa.com. Aaron Young, CEO. We had Brent Biscay speak last week from Laughlin. Laughlin USA is a great YouTube channel with a lot of specific videos about setting things up and why it's important. I would go binge those. All right. You do not want to fund in your own name. Yes, some people will use their IRA, but just think if Dan was worried, think about this. Dan Sherry brought it up. Oh my God, you can find their disclose. Yeah, they could have put an LLC. They could have done an IRA checkbook IRA LLC that would have been funded by our IRA for a little bit of asset protection. Okay, get you an LLC. All right, get you a Nevada corporation or Nevada LLC. Texas, get something. You're in business. All right. Warren Buffett isn't going out and raising capital in Warren Buffett's name. He's raising it in Berkshire Hathaway or whatever else he uses. Okay. Jamie Dimon is not raising capital for himself. No, it's using through JP Morgan Chase or, previously Citibank, whatever. You get what I'm trying to get at there. All right. I'm sorry. He's at Citibank now. He used to be with JP Morgan Chase, but you get what I'm trying to say. That set up your entities. I mean, God love him or hate him. Trump has 1 million entities. Okay. Use entities. You're not going to go out and get, like I said, you're not going to get out in one LLC for every little property unless it's a higher value property. Okay. But start putting it in place. It's one of the most important things you can do for asset protection. And then also in the note space, we have to deal with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Okay. You're dealing with servicers. If you get, I've been sued in federal court before from a borrower that got thrown out. Okay. You're also at some point in real estate going to get sued. It's not if, it's when. I don't care who you are. At some point, you're going to get sued. Tenants, borrowers, JV partners, stuff's going to happen. You want them suing the LLC or the entity, not you. Okay. So do yourself a favor. That's one of the most important things you can do. We talked, there's two most important things besides learning notes. One would be, like I said before, Merrill Chandler's Get Fundable Bootcamp thing is one of the most valuable tools things I've attended, a 2-day thing in the last really 10 years. The second thing being Laughlin Associates, Corporate Veil, and learning watching their videos and learning from them, learning asset protection and funding growth strategies. Those are the most important things for you guys, not only as real estate investors, but entrepreneurs for the long run. Okay. LLCs are going to work most of the time. S Corps. People have used land trust before to fund deals. Land trust can be created relatively quickly. You're going to set up checking accounts and you get a tax ID number and EIN numbers, easy. Self-directed IRAs. Okay, if you got one, you can fund a deal there. But I honestly would not. What we do with our self-directed IRAs is we're using those only to fund things that we're the only ones on. And we could partner with different ones and different people on things, but the most part you want to do is probably save your own money for the really good deals. Okay, use other people's money to fund your deals. Okay, doesn't mean you can't cash them out or refinance that with cheaper money later on. But if you're going to use your own money initially, expect to cash out of deals and bring in other money so you can leverage your time and resources to make things happen. Okay, we talked before. Using all sorts of self-directed IRA accounts to fund or partner on deals, you can do that. Obviously, you're going to need contracts for a lot of stuff. So your sales contracts, your JV agreements, your funding agreements. You're going to need to have an office, probably not a home office. Probably have a virtual office. You can get a virtual office like Regus.com or UPS stores or WeWork. You may want to look into that because that'll add a level up for it, especially if you're going to be meeting with people. Hey, let's go, rent a boardroom for a couple hours at a place, at an office, okay? But the thing is, when you have an entity, you have to start documenting your minutes, your deals, and that's okay. You should do that. You should treat it as a business, okay? That's why we work with Laughlin Associates. They do a big variety with us, documenting things and keeping us legal, keeping us out of trouble. But if you go to their we did a video on their entity creation thing. You go to that link. You can also check them out at Corp Veil Protection. Corp, C-O-R-P, veilprotection.com is their website. They set up LLCs. They do a lot of great stuff. If you've got an LLC that don't have books or documents or anything's going back, they can do it, take it back to make it in compliant with everybody. And if you got multiple LLCs, they'll cut you a discount as well. So corpveilprotection.com. If you reach out, that website and dial that phone number, tell them that you're one of my students. They've got some really special deals for you, bonuses to throw in there for you too. Okay. But I know that we've got some clients on here that are clients of Laughlin. They're just phenomenal. And it's one of the most important things in asset protection in this business. You're in business these days, okay? Real estate and taking other people's money or investing in other people's money, even just your own, you want to make sure and protect it and maximize it the best you can. Questions, comments, concerns about this before I think it's our second break before we dive into session 3. You need to separate active and passive income LLCs. I think it's a good thing if you've got passive stuff coming in, put it in one LLC. If you got active where you're much more active, where things can happen, if you got a rehab going on, a rehab company, you want to separate than your rentals. Last thing you want is somebody to slip and fall if you don't have the insurance and sue your rentals, and then they tap into the same LLC for your fix and flips. You want it to be separate, okay? All right, but if you don't have either going, start with one, and as you're making income, then add a second one and a third one, split it off. You're not going to set up 5 LLCs to begin with and not pull the trigger. That's not smart. Okay. What are the questions you guys have? Type them in. Wesley asked a question, what about Series LLC? Where do you live at, Wesley? The only state that I would be doing a Series LLC would be Texas. All right. They were recognized in about 18 different states originally. Definitely, that number shrunk down. If you need, you would not just go create an LLC by yourself at the Secretary of State. With a Series LLC, you want to meet with an attorney who can set it up for you. So if you want to, it's more expensive than paying your $300 filing fee or $330 filing fee with a state to set it up. But you can screw it up pretty fast. So you need to have an attorney who's active in it. You can help you with that stuff. So if you're going to be in Texas and you live in Texas, reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with somebody. A Series LLC is fine, but you want to make sure you've got the right attorney to help you with the documentation. So it's not just simple docs. There are some attorneys out there, we'll just set it up and then you can just rinse and repeat the paperwork. No, you got to make sure things are labeled properly and filed accurately as well too. Okay. Only state I would do a Series LLC in right now would be Texas, and I'd want to be living in Texas or have an entity in Texas. Okay. Great question, though. All right. Let us we're running a little ahead of time, which is okay. So let's do this, guys. I know I'm gonna need this for my voice to get through everything. So we'll take ourselves, unless there are any other questions, we'll take our second break of the day. So we'll take our second 30-minute break. Come on right back at, we'll just say 35, come right back at 2 o'clock. So the Central Standard Time, that's 1:25 on my clock. We'll give you a 35-minute break, grab you a little bit of lunch, and come back as we dive into exit strategies and some other things, and then our networking as well too. So we got I think 3 sections later in our virtual networking as well too for you guys. So see you back in 33 minutes.